Good morning, StreamYard and YouTube fans. This is Philip Reynolds, and I'm finally getting around to playing some Pine Tar baseball. I have to let you know that I really haven't read the rules too much yet, and I may or may not be doing things right, but we'll get to that when we can. Um, we've got the Baltimore Orioles versus the Brooklyn Bridegrooms. This is from the 1889 set, and I'm going to take you down to the field right now to show you something. All right, as you see, this is a Baltimore Oriole card. There are no uh, there are no right or left-handed versus right or left-handed pitchers. So we'll be just reading from the card pretty much. Um, the cards I got were the 1884, the 1889 set, and the 1897. Basically, the beginnings of baseball set. So in this particular game, there's no right or left-handed. Looking at right or left-handed batters, it's pretty much the outcome and roll with it, so to speak. Um, for the Orioles, we've got, and it's also nice that it comes with the starting lineup cards. I like that. You got York, Clinton, Summer, Trotter, Stearns, Gardner, Macular, Manning, and for the uh, Orioles pitching for the Orioles today is Emsley, um, and for the Bridegrooms, there's been a change at catcher. I put in Charlie Reynolds. I mean, hey, same last name. Got to give him a start, right? And then we've got Collins, O'Brien, Burns, Fouts, no relation to Dan, Corkill, Pickney, and Smith, and the pitcher for Brooklyn today is Bob Carruthers. Oh, wait a second here. Oh, I'm sorry. It's not Carruthers. It's Lovett. Lovett is the. I knew I had the. Lovett is the pitcher for today. All right. So I had the wrong pitcher. Okay. We've got our dice ready. Uh, red, white, and blue, and the D6, of course. And I'll get to some of the modifications when we get there. I have some rules that I want to implement if 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 the player gets to third base. We'll see. And um, we'll get to those if they happen in this game. But we're ready to go. We're ready to roll. And get down to the field and get to where all the action is. Alrighty. Do our first roll. Our first roll. Let's see. 7, 7, 1, and a 5. Now, 77. That is a ground out to third base. So that's one away. Yeah, no pitching modifiers where I have to look out for any special combinations thereof. Yeah, there's no pitching modifier. Okay. We've got a 53 for Clinton, and that will be a strikeout. First strikeout of the game. Sumner is up. An 88. And that will be a fly out to center field. Okay. Inslee on the mound. And let's see how Reynolds does. That's a 97, and that'll be a line out to second. Bring Collins up. '76, and that will be a ground out to third. Brings O'Brien up. And that is a 6, and that is a double. Double for O'Brien. Okay. First hit of the game. Brian goes to second. Right. That takes us to Burns. And that's a 3 for Burns, and that will be a double. It means O'Brien will score. And it's 1-0 Bridgegrooms. Bouts. Indeed. I have to re-roll that. Not too much. That would be a 44, and that will be a range. It will be like an error check. So we will take a look at that. We've got, won't be a runner on first, so because we have a runner on second. Field table, error results. Okay. Let's 77 would be on the left fielder, 2 bases. So that would be a 2-base error. So we will have a runner at second, and Fouts reaches on a 2-base error. And that's by the left fielder. So that's an E7. All right. Court kill is up. And that is 53. And that will be a grounder to second base. All right, and just like that, that's the end of the first. But the Bridegrooms wind up with basically pretty much 3 doubles, 2 doubles, and an error, which was a 2-base error. So kind of like 3 doubles basically, and they have the lead 2-0. Okay, we will. Love it. And it's back on the mound. And we'll go back down to the field. And we got Trot up. It's 52, and that will be a grounder to second. We have Stearns. 66. That will be a strikeout. Gardner. .54. That will also be a strikeout. All right. Pickney is up for the Bridgegrooms. An 82 will be a fly out to right field. Smith is up. 28 will be a base on balls. That is a walk. And that will bring up Levitt. Right, base running, medium, home base chance 52, home base opportunities is an E. There is a minute first. He is a E. Oh, so he cannot. Oh, that's stolen base. Standard sacrifice. Use the batter's SCH. So he's got a 70% chance to get to do the runner over. So we'll Levitt will try to do a sacrifice. See what happens here. That is a 59. We're looking at that's success. So the runner will go to second, and then on a sacrifice, so 2 outs, runner at second, and top of the order. Brings up Reynolds again. And that is a 2. The 2 is a double So Reynolds gets a double this time. And that will score Smith. And it brings up Collins. That is a 17. And that will be that will put him at first. Base runners. Let me see if I can find something on base runners. He is Smith is a medium runner. And it is a 71. So he will advance to third. We have runners at the corner. All right, that brings up O'Brien. Let's take a look at our camera. Take a look at the field. And we have runners at first and third. And we have 2 outs. And O'Brien is up. And that is 0. And for O'Brien, that's a home run. Wow. O'Brien just hit a home run. And that is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That makes it 4 runs that have scored. Let me check something here. No pitcher modifications yet, because if he scores more than 8, then it's -1 and to Emsley, and Emsley can go 9. So Burns is up. And that is a 35. And 35 is a walk. So we got a man at first. Bounces up. And that is a 1. And that is a triple. So Fouts will score Burns. It brings up Corkhill. And that's 48 for Corkhill. And that will be a grounder to first. after 2, we have a score of 7-0 Bridegrooms. Let's go back down to the field. All right. Macular is up for the Orioles. And that is a 50. And that will be a strikeout for Macular. Brings up Manning. No relation to Peyton, of course. 43, and that will be a strikeout as well. Brings up Emsley, the pitcher. And that's a 75, and that will be a fly out to right field. Okay. And Pickney is up at the bottom of the third for the Bridegrooms. Let's look at that. And that is a 7, and that will be a single for Pickney. All right. Brings up Smith. And that is an 80, and that will be a fly out to center field. Lovett is up. And he is going to do a sacrifice again. And meaning pretty much anything over 4. Okay. So that will be a good sacrifice hit. And I succeeds on odd roll 3 to 4. So this fails because it's a 5. So it does not work. So basically, I think what that means is that's let me check. Pickney is the medium runner. I'm assuming that's a double play because the sacrifice fails, which means the pitch, which means the runner at second is out, and yeah, I'm going with that's your because that's sacrifice fails, so that's the man at second is out as well, so that will be pick me, which would basically be I guess 6-4 there, and Reynolds will be up in the top of the fourth, and it's still 7-0. Lovett's on the mound. All right. And York is up for the Orioles. A 64 for York, and that is a grounder to first base. G3. Clinton is up. No relation to Bill. I hope not, anyway. And that is a 2. And that will be their first hit of the game. And Clinton is at second. So Clinton, after 4 innings of pretty much getting nothing for the Baltimore Orioles, they're finally got a runner at second base, and that brings up Sumner. And we'll go back to the base tower and see how things roll out from here. Sumner, and that is a 10, and that will be a single. Clinton is a medium base runner, and that is, let's see, odd or even. That is 10, so that is even. A medium base runner goes 2 bases. So they will score. So Clinton will score, and Summer is, was it 10? And that was a single. And Summer just got a single. But Clinton scores. And with that hit, my friends, the Orioles finally get on the board in the 4th inning. So it's 7-1. Trotter is up, and we'll go back down to the dice tower. 98, and that's a range play for a line out. So, not error. So we will roll to see what that is. We got a that's, I don't see how that's possible. That says 92. Range, line out. Okay, no, that's on here. Okay, so that's two. So we will check the left fielder. The left fielder in this case is O'Brien. O'Brien is neutral. So, yeah, that's a ground out to left field. Sorry about that. That's a G7. And Summer is a medium runner. Let's see if there's any runner advancement here. I think the original roll was a 98. So that's an even roll. Base runner advancement. So that's a line out, but he moves up 2 bases. Yeah, according to this, Summer moves to third on that. Summer moves to third. Trotter is out, and that brings up Stearns. Oh, and there's a 0-0. And that will be Stearns' home run. And Summer will come home. just like that, a 7-0 ball game is now a 7-3 ball game. And we're going back down to the field. Gardner is up, and 2 are out. All right, let's see how Gardner does. And that is a 69. And on Gardner's card, a 69 will be a ground out to the shortstop. All right. Okay. Up. Here. And the pitcher. And we're in the bottom of the 4th. And that is an 88. And that will be a fly out to left field. Brings up Collins. That is a 12 for Collins. And that will mean a single. And 1 out. Single for Collins. O'Brien is up. Oh, 39. And that will be a range play, range or air check. So that's I'll check this out, and that is a 39. Okay. 39, you're checking the second baseman. And for Baltimore, that is Manning. Manning is a negative. Oh. So, 9, 1. There is only 1 out. So, Collins will move up 1 base. And but that is so that means men are at first and second. E4 brings up Burns. $78. On Burns, the 78 will be a fly out to right field. That brings up Fouts. .42 for Fouts, and that is on the ROE chart. 42. Yes, that's on the range. Okay, so 42 on this case would be the third baseman, and there are 2 outs, so the runners advance 2 bases. So Collins will score. And that means batter goes to second. So Fouts will get that's an E5. Okay. And O'Brien is at third. And Collins scored. And Corkill is up. And this brings an opportunity for me to this brings an opportunity. I didn't do this earlier, but with a runner at third, and that runner being O'Brien, this gives me an opportunity to do what I wanted to do earlier. And we're going to do what, because in the early beginnings of baseball, when anybody got to third base, they got a drink, a beer. Yeah, that's right. They got a drink of beer. Can't do that these days. But what we're going to do is we're going to check O'Brien and see if he passes my sobriety test. If the dice show a 5, a 12, or a 55, he is out. Not only is he out, but he's out of the game and has to be replaced. So we will check this. And the 5 is for Hawaii 5-0. The 12 is for the TV show Adam 12. And 55 is because it's speed limit. So we will check the dice roll for O'Brien. Let's check O'Brien out. And that is 67. So we continue, and nothing happened there. So nobody gets put out of the game. Nothing big really happened. They didn't get carted off due to sobriety or anything. But that brings up Corkill for a batter. Men at second and third, 2 outs. All right, let's see what Corkill does. That is 69 and a 69 for Corkill. Will be a grounder to third base. 5. The inning is over, but what that has done, if you look at Pine Tar's charts, you go to the pitching modifier. The Bridgegrooms have 8 now, and if you look, starter allows 8 or more runs, -1 to innings pitched, and -1 to grade level. And Emsley, is Emsley? Yeah, it's Emsley. Emsley, instead of being a grade A pitcher, is now a grade B pitcher. So, all right. We are in the top of the 5th. Score is 8-3. Bridgegrooms. And Macular is up. That's a 27, and that will be a hit by pitch. So Macular is hit by the pitch. And brings up Manning. Manning. The 11 for Manning will be a single. And Macular is a medium runner. And it's on, so he will move up 1 base. So we met him in at first and second. That brings up Emsley. And he's going to do, he's going to do a sacrifice attempt here. Okay. And that is a 14, so this is an even roll. And, okay. And the sacrifice hit on a 5 or a 4, so that's failed. And even roll. Lead runner out 1 to 6, and that's a 2. So yeah, so lead runner is out. So your man at second is out, and you have runners at first and second. Emily makes first, sack, and lead runner is out. All right, so Macular is out. We have runners at first and second, and York is up. Okay, and Luke is up, 1 out. 43 for York. That will be a Ranger air check. So 43 on this will be the third baseman. There is only 1 out. This is third baseman is that is going to be an error. It's a 1 base error, so everybody moves up 1, and bases are loaded for Clinton. Clinton is up. Bases loaded. 90. And you will see that 90 is a fly out to left field. So, and we go to Summer. Uh, 49 for Summer. And that will be a strikeout. And that's a K, and that's the end of the 5th. Pick Me is up for the Brooklyn Bridegrooms. We're in the bottom of the 5th. Pick Me gets here. 54, and that will be a ground out to first. Brings up Smith. '78 for Smith, and that's a fly out to center field. All right. Brings up Lovett. '79, and that will be a fly out to center field. Okay. It brings up Trot. 40 for trot. That'll be a range or error, like put out thing. And 40 here. One base error, but that doesn't make sense. Blue die tells if it's an error. Well, that's a 4. Determines the fielder. Okay, that would be the, in this case, that's a 40, which would be the second baseman. Blue die tells if it's an error. Okay. Oh, okay. That's what I haven't been checking. His error check. Okay. So it is the second baseman in this case, and on that would be Manning for the Orioles, and oh, not no, I'm sorry. We're looking at the Bridgegrooms. That is Collins. Collins' error chance is a 4. Okay, that makes sense now. And that is a 4, so it will be an error for Collins. Okay, so we got Trotter reaches on an error. So that is an E4. That brings up Stearns. .42. That will also be a error check, and that will be idea of 42 will be third baseman. And in this case, that's Pickney. And Pickney is a 3, and there's no error there. So no error. That is just the regular put out. So that's third. Okay, that brings up Gardner. To 41. That's also going to be possible. That will be on the second baseman. The second baseman is Collins. He's got Collins has a error chance of 4. That's no error there. So that is pop up to the second baseman. Macular is up. .53, and that will be a strikeout. All right. We're at the top of the inning for the Bridgegrooms in the ninth. I mean, not in the ninth, in the sixth. And Charlie is up, and that is a 33, which will be a strikeout for Reynolds. Brings up Collins. .42, and that's going to be error check. And 42 on this will be the third baseman. And for the Orioles, the third baseman is Summer. Summer has an error chance of 5, and so that is a 2, so that will be an error on Summer. Second play. Oh, he's third base. On the third baseman, Brian is up. And that is a 2 for O'Brien. That will be a triple. And we will do a sobriety check for O'Brien. See if he is. Well, that is a 37, so he is okay. And that brings Burns up. .96 for Burns will be a fly out to left. That is base loaded. No. Nope. That's a 96. It's even. And see, O'Brien is base running is medium grade, so that's one base. So he'll make it in on the runner advancement. And that brings up Faust. And, they'll pitch to Faust. That's a 30 for Faust. And that will be a base on balls. That will be a walk. Okay, and I think with that, the Orioles will put in Jim McLaughlin. He'll pitch for the Orioles. Brings up Corkhill to pitch. To bat. $50 for Corkhill, and that would be a ground out to second base. That takes us to the end of 6, and score is 10-3, and brings up Manning for the Orioles. And we're going back down to the field. All right. 7th inning, Manning up. That's a 75, and that will be a grounder to third base. Okay. That brings up McLaughlin. And that's a 62, and that will be a ground out to shortstop. All right. Brings up York. Mr. Peppermint Patty. And that will be a 59 for York. And that will be a strikeout. right. Pickney is up. To 63. And that will be a ground out to second base. Brings up Smith. That is a 12. And for Smith, that will be a single. Okay. And we will go to Lovett for a sacrifice chance. Okay, that is that's what Sussex do. And with it's 70, and that is a 66, and that is it's even. Is it 1 to 4? It is a 3. So yes. I mean, even. Even it has to be. Okay, so that's on an even. So that is not. That's not that's not a successful roll, and it is a 3. So the lead runner. Okay. 1 to 6. So the lead runner is out. So Lovett makes it to the sack. Smith is out, so we have a man at first, and that means Reynolds is up. That is an 83, and that will be a fly out to center field. Nobody scored that. Right, 8th inning. Okay. So Clinton is my Clinton is my batter. And that is a 7. And Clinton gets a single. Brings up Summer. '78. That will be a fly out to right field. Trot comes 34 for Trot. And that is going to be an error check. And 34, the position would be second baseman. and that is Collins. Collins has an error chance of 4, so he's got 2. If you see that, so that will be an error on the second baseman, and 34, and that would be just a one base error. All right. Stearns is up. Stearns gets a 10, and a 10 will be a single. Let me check these. And there's only one out. And this is an even. So we'll have to check. First of all, we'll check the lead runner, which is Clinton. Oh. Yeah, Clinton. And he is a medium runner, and that was even. So he will move 2, so he will score. He moves up 2. He scores. And we check Trot now to see. Trot is a medium runner as well, and he will move up 2 bases as well, so he will be at third. Stearns is at first. We will do a sobriety check for Trot. Oh, that's 26, so he's okay. And Gardner is up. That's a 27. That's a walk. Okay, Macular is up. Bases loaded. '82. That'll be a fly out to right field. Okay. There's only one out. Trot is at third. The die is even. So it says M2, so he will score. He scores. Trot will score. Let's see what Stearns is. Stearns. He's medium, so he will score as well. And Gardner, he is a base runner of an F. So it says even with F, he gets to, so he goes to third. Wow. A lot of base running action in that, with Gardner going to third on the run. And that was all on a fly out the right field. Which brings Manning up. Oh, and we will check on Gardner's sobriety check here. And that is an 88, which means he's okay. Manning up. And that is a 29. 29 will be a range check. And that is on the second baseman. That is on Collins. Collins is a 4, and it is a 4. So that means that he will E4. So we have men at first and third with 2 outs. And McLaughlin is up. He's going to have to hit away here. That is a 98. And that will be a range check for a line out. In this instance, it's the right fielder. And the right fielder for the Bridgegrooms is Burns. Burns is a 4. That is a 9. So that is no. So Burns will get this. Put out by the right fielder. And that will end the inning. All right. Okay. And 1, 2, 3 runs were scored. Three runs were scored in that inning, and that makes the game 10-6. 10-6 in favor of the Bridgegrooms. And that brings up Collins, and we'll go back to the field and see how things go. All right, go Collins. 45, and that will be a range, that would be an error check type thing. 45 will be on the third baseman. Third baseman here in question is Summer. Summer has an error of 5, and that is a 4, so that will be the case. So error on Summer. O'Brien's up. that will be a single. A minute first and second. Burns is up. .94, and that will be a fly out to left field. Fouts. An 89, that will be a fly out to left field. Court kill. And that's a 45 for court kill. And on his card, that will be a ground out to first base. York is up for Baltimore in the top of the ninth here. For a 50, that will be a strikeout. Brings up Clinton. .72, and that will be a ground out to shortstop. And it brings up Sumner, the last batter. Possibly the last batter, anyway. It's a 61, and that will be a ground out to second base. All right, guys, there you have it. And at the 1 hour, 34-minute mark, basically, the Bridgegrooms win by a score of 10 to 6. 10 to 6 in this one. The Bridgegrooms started out early, with a 7-0 lead in this, going to the second. Orioles got 3 in the fourth. Bridgegrooms got a run back in the bottom of that inning to make it 8 to 3. The Bridgegrooms got 2 more in the sixth to make it 10 to 3. And in the top of the eighth, the Orioles got 3 more, and that's where the ball game ended. Score of 10 to 6. The Bridgegrooms win. Kurt, if I made some errors, I apologize. Like I said, I'm just trying to learn the rules and read the rules and that. And you saw me. I wound up finding a little error I did with the error check result and corrected it by looking at the error chance and all that. But with the beginnings of baseball, there's no right or left-handedness, so you don't have to worry about that. It's just you look at the player's card, you roll the dice, and boom. That's pretty much it. I'm not sure too much if I did the base runner advancement okay or not. Have to ask Kurt on that one. But it's a first attempt, and it was really, even though it was kind of over early, it was close. Close at the end, but not at the very beginning. At the beginning, it just looked like it was going to be a blowout by the Bridgegrooms, but luckily, that changed they didn't even get the Orioles didn't even get their first hit till the fourth inning. That's mm, that's rough. Uh, but there you have it, fans. Bridegrooms, uh, 10, Orioles 6, and this one's in the books. And I hope all your rolls are good ones.